Hi guys, this is Tonya Meadows with Apple Tree Homeschool Academy, and I was tagged by the other Tonya at Project Happy Home for a Homeschool Mom Tag, and this is for all of us homeschool moms to get to know each other a little bit better, so I hope you enjoy. The first question on our list is, were you homeschooled? And I was not personally homeschooled. I went to a private Catholic school after attending kindergarten, first and second grade at a public school. My mom married my stepdad, and he had a son in a private Catholic school where we attended, nuns and the priest and all. From 3rd through 8th grade, and then there was no Catholic school in our locality back in West Virginia, and so from 9th through 12th grade I was public schooled in the public high school. And the next question is, did you always know you'd homeschool your own children? And no, I didn't. I have 4 children. My husband has 4 children, and my husband homeschooled one of his sons, and the other 3 were in all public schools. My older 2 graduated from public school. My 3rd oldest is currently in a public high school, and I homeschool my youngest daughter. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Our third question is, what are your 3 favorite books in your home library? And that is a really unfair question. Hold that thought. Well, it's not that one. Might be that one. Nah. This was pretty good though. Oh yeah. That one's pretty good too. Watch. Let's see. Pretty good. Maybe this one. I don't know. Hold on. That one's pretty good. Well, this one, and that one's, those are pretty good too. That one, that one's pretty cool. That one's really cool. Hold on a minute. It's not a book, but that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun too. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. And you can't homeschool without one of these. No, you really can't homeschool without one of these. And a lot of homeschoolers homeschool with one of these. Oh, excuse me, I worked up a sweat putting all those back. All joking aside, the first moment I got a little bit of money when we first started homeschooling, the first extra that I got for my daughter was the Little House on the Prairie set. That was our first official, real homeschool curriculum wish list purchase. And I was able to get this, the book set, and I was able to get the Little House on the Prairie complete DVD set. And I was brought up on Little House on the Prairie. Let's see. There we go, Little House on the Prairie. And I love this, and my daughter does too. But if you're a new homeschooler and you have one choice of a book other than the Bible is a good old dictionary. Now, our fourth question, am I the only teacher? And no, I'm not. Turns out that my husband is a whiz at science and history. Who knew? Well, I guess my husband did. Question number 5 is, where is your favorite place to purchase homeschool curriculum? Hello, my name is Tonya, and I too am a homeschool curriculum junkie. A little bit. All kidding aside, I like to get things from Teachers Pay Teachers. That's because a lot of stuff you can get for free. I get stuff from Amazon.com. I have purchased huge sets of books for really good discount at eBay and thrift stores, Goodwill. CarsonDelosa.com. You've got to check them out. They have what's called dollar deals. You can get a lot of stuff for $1, $5. ChristianBook.com has homeschool stuff on sale all the time. Just wait for your curriculum and you can usually try to find it on sale there. RainbowResource.com is a good place. A Child's Dream and some other places that Pepper and Pine, Hannah over at Pepper and Pine, has featured on her channel. So check out some of Hannah's videos because she could really lead you to a lot of really good nature study. Question number 6 is, do you have a homeschool budget? And believe it or not, by the looks of our homeschool here, I actually do have a budget. You wouldn't know it, but all of that mostly was purchased at a discount. Question number 7 is, what is my must-have homeschool supplies? And believe it or not, you would think that you would need pens and paper and pencils and stuff like that, of course. But you would think that you would need some good pair of scissors. But really, my first 3 years of homeschooling, I printed so many freebies off the internet that a paper cutter, surprisingly, I used more than a pair of scissors. And so the first couple of years I printed off a lot of freebies off of, again, Teachers Pay Teachers. And there's also a place called teachersnotebook.com that you can also get a lot of freebies off of. But I store these in Ziploc baggies, so Ziploc baggies are good. There you go. A lot of little cards and things like that. I have so many things that I have used that I actually use this paper cutter a lot more than I do my scissors. Also, I would highly suggest these little binder rings that come, and they come apart like this, and they clip together and lock. They come in all different sizes, and you can usually find a multi-pack that has different sizes in them. And they're really good for if you're going to take something on the run, maybe in the car or in a waiting line or maybe at a restaurant or something. You can grab a whole set of this, your cards, on a binder ring, and instead of risking them falling in something that maybe, especially in chronological order, if something falls and your whole stack falls all over the floor and, you know, gets messed up, that's a lot easier to grab this and keep track of instead of just in a baggie. So this keeps it all together a lot easier. Also, when you're on a certain topic, this can be hung on a one of those command hooks on your wall. It can also be hung on like a tack on a bulletin board. Okay, one of my all-time favorite must-have homeschool supplies are binders. And I like the kind that you can insert your own cover in the front. And so this one is my George Washington binder. And I've decorated it with some scrapbooking paper, but inside your binder you can insert some sheet protectors, and they're good to hold your topics in little small books. So I've got a couple here. You can do samples of artwork for your topic, but it's so easy to just flip through and look for exactly what you want instead of have it in a file cabinet. And you can put some tabs here, and I have all of my materials in here according to a certain subtopic. Okay, and all of these resources I most likely found online for free. Okay, so this is my George Washington binder. But you can have all kinds of different things here, and so easy, and your sheet protectors keep everything nice and neat. But also what you can do is take these little pencil bags, and you can put your either your flashcards or your task cards and put them in these little pencil pouches. I got these on sale for 50 cents a piece at Walmart at the beginning of the school year when the kids went back to school at public school, and then you can keep those in your binder as well. So these are really good for ABC cards, number cards for preschool age. So yeah, binders. Gotta love binders. Question number 8 is, what is your favorite and least favorite subjects to teach? And I'm really surprised at even my own self on this one, but I actually like to teach math for some reason. I just feel that I've got a better grasp at it for some reason, and it was never my favorite subject in school. But my least favorite is language arts or grammar and writing. I've worked really hard to try to teach grammar in some kind of interesting way, because I think it's just really boring. And as far as writing is concerned, I just really have a hard time trying to correct my daughter's writing, because she enjoys writing and she enjoys writing her stories, so I don't go behind her on the things that she's her little stories that she's been writing, and I don't go behind her and correct those. I only correct assignments, and I don't even feel like I teach history and science as much, because my husband really chimes in a lot. We depend on him a lot to sort of co-teach with our science and history, and a lot of times I'm learning it right along with my daughter. I think that maybe those subjects were I don't know if they were necessarily boring when I was in school, but I just felt like I had to learn the topic, so I really wasn't that interested. And whereas now it's, I just learn for the fun of learning now. And so I feel like really most of the time I'm a student right along with my daughter. So question number 9 is, have you ever been involved in a co-op or a homeschool group? And I think it was my first year of homeschooling, and maybe the second one. I did reach out to our local homeschool group in our area, and I did attend a Christmas party, and we went to an elderly care place and sang some Christmas carols, and that was a lot of fun, and we really enjoyed that a lot. I had intended on participating a little bit more, but I don't know if you all know this or not, but I have a disabled husband, and I babysit a disabled child in the afternoons, evenings. I have one child that goes to the public school, and so I'm picking him up in the evenings, and then I'm homeschooling during the day. And it just seems like I just don't have enough time in my days to meet up with our local homeschooling group the way I'd like to. They were meeting probably about 20 minutes, 30 minutes down the road from where we live, and I just didn't feel like I could commit to that kind of time and expense to, provide for the gasoline for our vehicle and things like that. So, so no, even though, and it's constantly on one of my to-do lists. In a few years ago, my daughter was involved in sports, both in softball and basketball, and her brother's involved with track at the school, and he was involved with wrestling for a little while. And so yeah, I just feel that I just don't have enough time to make the commitment that I feel like a homeschool co-op would involve. So, but it's on my to-do list. So it must have been doing something right, because we're at number 10 and you're still here. So either that or you're a glutton for punishment. But anyway, the 10th question is, what is your homeschool style? And I consider us eclectic homeschoolers. When we first started homeschooling, I bought some workbooks at the local big box stores, and we started out with those just to kind of get my feet wet and get my bearings in this new homeschool adventure that we were going on. And then I asked our local school system, because I wasn't for sure we were going to put my daughter back into public school the following year, and I asked them for a list of their books, their textbooks that they were using, and I purchased all of what our local schools were doing online through Amazon.com and used books. And so I actually used literally the same textbooks that our local school system were using. And then I started learning more about the Charlotte Mason method, and that's when I started purchasing, we had already started purchasing some of the reference material, some of the encyclopedias, but I really started delving more into the reading good literature. And so we're incorporating more of that into our homeschool. And I've really been enjoying a lot of the Waldorf inspired, especially the creative arts and the notebooking that Hannah over at Pepper and Pine features on her videos and on her channel. So we do a little bit of everything. I use the textbooks as an overview of the topic, sort of like some other people say they use those for syllabus, for their syllabus, and then we expand on that. I use the textbooks for vocabulary, for an overview, for the pictures, for an outline, and then I use worksheets. And I try to use worksheets sparingly, just to have some practice and to give my daughter a little bit of independent work to give her a chance to kind of display that she understands the information that we verbally went over together. And the worksheets also allow me to have something to file in case anybody from the state were to question, you know, what we were accomplishing in our school. Besides, the only thing we're responsible for in our locality is for her to pass and make a good grade on her year-end testing. But I just like to have some written work that I have in a file, just in case that I would need to prove anything to our government. But so we have textbooks, we have workbooks, we have living books, we have encyclopedias, and like I said, we're really trying to incorporate more of the classical reading, some of the great classics, and yeah, so I hope this is helpful to you, and especially if you're a new homeschooler. I hope that this gives you a little bit of information of what this whole homeschooling journey is all about. I just want to encourage you that I did not start out with all of this here on my shelf, and neither did a lot of other homeschoolers. I'm in my 5th year of homeschooling, and really just the last 2 years is when I got the bulk of this. That our finances, we had a few things that were blessed to us financially, and I poured it into curriculum. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up button, and make sure to subscribe so you can get our latest videos. Tell a few friends to come on over and see what all this homeschooling stuff is all about, and make sure you leave some comments. We love to chat. See ya. Bye.